Here we have for sale our 2019 on a 19 plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 280 model, meaning it's got a 2.8 tonne gross vehicle weight. This one has got the 2 litre Eco Blue Euro 6 diesel engine producing 130 PS, which is roughly 130 brake horsepower. That is accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox. And this is the short wheelbase, low roof, limited panel van, finished in the fantastic metallic magnetic grey. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Ford Transit Custom Limited of this age. We'll also talk you through in detail the condition of this particular example, and also look at things like the bits which have been added to it, and also the service history, seeing as the vehicle is currently available for sale with us here at Progen Van Centre. The first thing I must note before we get into spec and condition is there is no VAT on this particular example. Reason for that, we often get asked why some vans have VAT, why some don't. This vehicle was previously owned by a private individual who was not VAT registered, therefore they can't charge VAT because they're not VAT registered, and then we can't charge VAT on something that we haven't paid VAT on. So I hope that makes sense, but no VAT on this particular van. Big opportunity for anyone who is watching who is not VAT registered. Starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open like so. You can also see that on a Limited you get a number of elements which come colour coded. That includes the door handles, trims down the side like this, and also the bumpers, rear bumper, front bumper and wing mirror covers all come colour coded in the body colour, which they say is metallic magnetic grey. The first thing to note which has been added is the lovely rear spoiler, which you can see there, and that of course ties in very nicely with some of the other sporty styling which you see on the vehicle. Let's have a good look at the condition then of the rear doors. You can probably see already that there's a lovely gloss finish to the paintwork just there, so you can see how clean and tidy that is. And what I'm looking for here, when I'm looking in the reflections, I'm looking for signs of any maybe previous repairs, maybe an off-color panel, something like that, any scratches, dents. But all in all, I must say it's looking very nice here. There's not a tremendous amount I can fault on the rear of the vehicle. We can also see then in the rear bumper you have got parking sensors there, nicely integrated into the rear bumper. A couple of tiny little marks just low down here, little touch-ins more than anything, but as I say, generally speaking, as you can probably see, very nice condition here. There is also a tow bar on here which has got 13-pin electrics as well. We can remove that. If you don't want that, we can certainly remove that for you as well, so by all means get in touch with us about that. When you open up the rear doors, you've got this little yellow arm. You can give that a pull. That clips into place there against the rear door. And you can, of course, do exactly the same with the other one. And that just allows you to open the doors right out to their full 180-degree position like so, giving you then maximum accessibility into the back of the van. You can see that it is fully ply-lined in the back of here, and that's fantastic because, of course, it offers protection to the van. So if you've got cargo moving around in here, it's not going to cause a nasty outward dent in the side of the van. Someone has added a nice little LED strip there down the center of the van, because this van hasn't got LED load lights, so they've added their own little strip in there, which does a reasonable job, let's say. There is also one thing to note there is a vent in the roof just there, so you can just see the vents. If we look up on top then, you can just about see that vent there up on top of the roof. Quite subtle, but I say it does offer a nice bit of ventilation here in the back, so it really helps with things like condensation in the back as well. You've got the factory fitted bulkhead which can be removed, so that's just bolted in around the outside, so you can remove that very quickly if you want to. And there's also plenty of tie down points dotted around in the back of the van, so if you want to tie any cargo down. A Limited comes with this nice hard wearing plastic floor, which is fantastic, makes it very easy to sweep out and keep nice and clean. We'll shut these doors then and continue to go around the outside of the van. So look in here down the passenger side of the van. So again, I just like to look in these reflections, in these sort of more dynamic angles, so we can see if the van straight away is straight, or if there's ripples down the side and things like that. But I must say it's looking really smart. There's a couple of little touch-ins just here on the side of the van, very small. They have just neatly been touched in. You can probably see they're just above my finger. That's how subtle we're talking there. But a couple of little touch-ins there to mention just on the side loading door. Otherwise, a little one just maybe down there. Otherwise, as you can probably see, looking really nice indeed. Fantastic set of gloss black 18-inch alloy wheels on here. These are fully load rated, of course, with load rated tyres, and they're all absolutely brand new. While we're down here as well, I can also talk you through the brakes. So during our preparation, we have of course been right through this workshop, as we do with, of course, all of our vans. And this van has had a full service, it's had an MOT, but crucially it's had new brake discs and pads all round on the vehicle as well. So as I say, we've been right through it, and I'll show you the service history in just a second as well when we open up the cab. Opening up the side loading door then, this just gives you another aspect of the load space from this angle. And again, just having a look at the bulkhead just there. We've also got the load through hatch. You can load underneath the passenger seats there as well. Lovely condition here in the back. And if we open up the passenger door, we can start to have a look inside here. So have a look at the door card. That's all very good. Same with the step, the floor. So you've got the proper transit overmats, which I always love to see, because that just tells us a bit of a story about who's owned it before, and it tells us that has certainly been looked after if you've gone to the extent of putting some nice rubber overmats in there. And then the service history. So lovely service history here. So 3 previous services done on the vehicle before we have of course gone through it at 47,000 miles at its current mileage. And I say, so nice to see that has been done. On these, they are only due every 2 years or 25,000 miles. So it's actually been serviced more regularly than that, which we always love to see stamped in the service book. Having a look at the passenger seats then, fantastic condition here on the passenger seats, no rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that. Doesn't smell like a smoker's vehicle or a pet has been in here. You've got the nice fold down work tray as well, with a couple of cup holders and somewhere to possibly store some paperwork as well. If we flip these seats forward, this is something I always mention in these videos, this is the attention to detail that we go to, is that it is as clean under here as you will find anywhere else on the van. So it's, as I say, we do really go the extra mile when it comes to preparing these vehicles. Every little nook and cranny is very nice. Every little vent. These are the sorts of areas that, if you're looking at a van, these are the sort of areas that people miss. Inside the cup holders, little vents, even turning the dial. You're not going to turn the dial one way and it's stinking, and then turn the dial the other way and it's clean. Everything in here, there'll be nothing missed at all. Our guys are very, very meticulous when it comes to preparing these vans. Book packers in there, and the little funnel as well to fill up if you were to run out of fuel. I'll come around to a bit more of the spec when we go around to the driver's side in just a second. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle, looking at the mirror cap there, it's all looking very nice. Around to the front, looking for any scratches or stone chips. I mean, you're going to get the odd tiny little stone chip, I guess, low down here. There's not really many to speak of, but you're going to get the odd tiny little stone chip, which is just natural on any used van, of course. But while we're down here, this gives us a really good look at the Ford Trail front grille, which has been changed on this van, so it just really does set the van off very nicely. But what makes a massive difference as well is this fantastic front splitter. So you can see, of course, so it's color-coded in the magnetic, but also then these really nice gloss black fins and the gloss black lower splitter there, and the insert in the center, and that just sets it off so well. Absolutely gorgeous looking van, I would say. Looking at the headlights then, you of course get the lovely LED daytime running light around the outside on the headlights. And then finally, while we're on the outside of the vehicle, having a look here down the driver's side there, and you can just see again how straight and clean that is, looking very, very nice indeed. There's not much to fault it on really. There's a tiny little mark just here. That'll be a bit, you are literally there, you know, hardly anything, but if there's anything I can see, of course, I gladly point it out to you. If I open up the driver's door then, have a look inside here. So lovely condition of the step. If we move this out of the way, of the floor underneath, that's all in very good order. Same with the driver's seat. Of course, you've got the driver's armrest there, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height, but you can just see how clean that driver's seat is there as well. Height adjustment to the whole seat. This is height adjustment of the front of the seat, what they call thigh adjustment. Electric windows, electric folding mirrors, and that's how those operate there, just by pulling on that dial back towards you like so. Auto-activated lights. You also get auto-activated wipers. You can see the vehicle does come with 2 full flip remote keys. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel with very little wear to the steering wheel, which is very nice to see. We always like to see that on a vehicle of this mileage. So very little wear on that steering wheel. On the left hand side then, you've got your cruise control and your volume controls for the radio underneath that. So on the right hand side, onboard computer controls there, and you can also answer and hang up the phone. 47,528 miles. You can see it's all idling correctly there, no warning lights on the dashboard. You've got a USB and a 12 volt socket up here. You've got another USB and a 12 volt socket just down to the left hand side. And then from here you can see we've got the Sync 3 screen. So we've got the DAB radio just here, You've got Bluetooth, so you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth, and you've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on there as well. Air conditioning, heated wing mirrors, heated windscreen, and heated seats. That all comes as standard on the limited model, and a 6-speed manual gearbox I mentioned to go along that 130 PS engine, and the flip down cup holder just there as well. So just to summarize then, this is our 2019 on a 19 plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 280 model, so 2.8 tons gross vehicle weight, 2-litre EcoBlue Euro 6 diesel engine, 130 PS with that 6-speed manual gearbox. Fantastic full styling package, as you can see. So front splitter, front grille, wheels, 18-inch gloss black wheels, side bars, roof bars, rear spoiler. Very nice condition throughout, lovely service history, and of course no VAT to pay. It's got a lot going for it, this van indeed. If you haven't seen our website already, I'd urge you to head over there, so bridgenvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the full advert for this vehicle, of course, along with all of the others that we've currently got advertised, and that's where you'll find the price, the description, and the photography. We can welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom left-hand side of the sign as well. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, whether that be for private individuals or for limited companies. We can deliver our vehicles nationwide. We can also take cars or vans in part exchange, and the vehicle will come with 12 months AA warranty. Thank you very much for watching.